The Metal Gear series is known for its crazy villains and their even crazier ideologies. From world domination to being the best bomber of them all, the Metal Gear franchise is in no short supply of villains. Here are my top 10 Metal Gear villains. He can read your memory card and move your controller. I don't think I need any other reason to have him on this list. However, he's also burned his village to the ground, murdered his family, and has this little hobby of taking over people's minds. So he's definitely one of those weirdos you don't want to mess with. Vulcan Raven is such a badass that he literally came at you with a fucking tank. And when you fought him again, he didn't just bring a gun. He brought a Gatling gun. Now, if that doesn't show you his desire to kill you, I don't think you're getting the hint here. Alright, now here's a woman who you don't want coming after you in any way. She'll love you, talk to you, toy with you, and in all probability, kill you. Kinda makes you think twice about having a one-night stand with her, huh? Now, where do I begin with this weirdo? He kills Emma Emmerich, sucks the blood of Navy SEALs, and loves stabbing people with his knives. If you need any more reasons to see why he's on this list, I just think you're blind. Now here's a man who shoots lightning and in all probability craps thunder. If you put aside his fascination with torturing people, you still have a villain who is a masochistic sadist with a love of violence and an unorthodox sexual appetite, to say the least. Now here's a guy who was willing to blow up the whole big shell just to kill one man, and to go down in history as the best bomber of them all. Now what does that tell you about a man's psyche? It tells you that he makes this list as one of the biggest villains in Metal Gear history. That's what it says. With aspirations of world domination and revolution, Gene was just a dick. He'd gladly sacrifice a whole platoon of capable soldiers just to prove his superiority. That fact kinda makes you think that he might have suffered from an inferiority complex. Then again, when compared to Big Boss, even Liquid Snake felt inadequate. From being Null to fighting alongside Big Boss to being a psychotic cyborg ninja, poor Frank's gone through it all. He's been shot, blown up by a mine, amputated, and stepped on by Metal Gear Rex. Shit, the man makes John McClane look like a fucking pansy. However, that doesn't change the fact that the man's killed the woman he loves, stood against his friends, and had an obsession with Solid Snake that bordered on murderous rage. Let's just get it out of the way here. This guy won't die ever. In fact, he can take over your mind with just his arm. Now, put that fact aside, and you have someone with a serious inferiority complex to his father, who wants nothing more than to surpass him, destroy him, and kill anyone in his way, whether you're family or not. Now, I don't know if he's in control in Metal Gear Solid 4, but here's a guy who ever since he was 19 has done everything it took to be one, if not two steps ahead of everyone else. No one can really trust this guy. He's killed, betrayed, double-crossed, and triple-crossed people, groups, and even governments. He's the ultimate mastermind here.